Hi, I'm Gemma Stiles and this is Joytopia, a creative space without any restrictions where new ideas can be developed with absolute freedom. With openness, BMW approached their new vision vehicle by questioning the status quo. Let's have a look what this vision looks like in the real world.
What you see here is the BMW iVision Circular. It's BMW's vision for a truly sustainable future. A car with absolute minimal use of materials in general and maximised use of secondary materials. A completely rethought concept in all aspects, from designing to building, and even when it comes to dismantling. It's definitely eye-catching and certainly looks future-focused. And it is because it's sustainable at the same time. Okay then, now we're going to dive into some details, get into the nitty-gritty, but stay with me and you'll see where sustainable design can make a difference. BMW focuses on the following principles when designing new cars. Rethink is the overarching idea. Reduce, reuse and recycle are the principles we all know and love, implemented here to produce vehicles as sustainably as possible. With Rethink, BMW establishes a completely new mindset. From minute one of the construction process, the designers and engineers think of the end of the car's life cycle in order to ideally return the whole vehicle to the cycle. They ask themselves, how can we construct the car with as little material as possible? How can we save natural resources by using recycled materials? How can we use as few material groups as possible? And how can we put them together in a way that makes it easy to disassemble at the end? To achieve this, they use new materials and new technologies, and they'll develop completely new production processes. That's BMW's Rethink principle. For the first time, they've given these thoughts a shape with the BMW iVision Circular. It's a concept car that marks the beginning of the journey to become the most sustainable automotive brand in the world. Let's talk about reduce. We know that reducing our consumption is important, but this works best when products still feel comfortable and fit what we want. BMW says we do more with less. Take the front grille design. It reduces the amount and types of materials. It has very few parts. There's no chrome, no kidney frame with kidney bars or other additive trim elements that we now expect from premium cars. But thanks to its digital surface, it can communicate with the environment. So they minimise the materials, but still create an iconic design. Imagine you've used your car for years and the seats are done. Normally you couldn't do much to improve it. You may think about selling it and starting again. Now you can continuously upgrade your car physically to extend its lifetime. The designers wanted to enable users to be able to easily remove worn-out surfaces and replace them with new ones. This is why BMW integrated the concept of joyful fusions into the whole vehicle. It's the idea of using many quick-release mechanisms for effortless disassembly. That's not only great for recycling, it's also good for refurbishment, for a longer lifetime of the vehicle. And the digital and driving functions of the car update automatically, wirelessly, so the car always stays up to date. That's what BMW calls reuse. When we try to recycle as much as possible, we're trying to keep resources in the loop as long as we can. BMW wants the same thing, to use lots of pure and not mixed materials, to use materials that are already in the life cycle, like recycled plastic, recycled aluminium, recycled steel. You can see this right here. All these parts have been produced from recycled materials, and this one is another joyful fusion. The knob allows for really easy dismantling because the easier to separate, the easier it is to reintegrate into the cycle. With all these measures, BMW wants to reduce the footprint of their products and their whole business. With this vision, BMW sets a goal for the future to produce cars from 100% recycled materials and to reach 100% recyclability at the end of the car's life cycle. This interior is pretty amazing. You have this beautiful object in the centre that shows BMW's vision for how interactivity could work in the future. This means that you not only interact with screens, but with physical objects. And these objects can change their appearance and even information through their digital layer. It doesn't feel like sitting in a normal car anymore, it's more like a room in its own right, on wheels. And take the steering wheel. It's 3D printed from wood particles. Fascinating, and another great example of innovative, sustainable production. It's really nice that the wood is echoed here, not only as an aesthetic surface, but also as a supporting structure. For me, the BMW iVision Circular clearly shows that sustainability doesn't mean compromising. For BMW, it's all about the idea that even a luxurious experience can be thoroughly sustainable. If this will be the mobility of the future, bring it on. Of course, it's a long way to go until something like this becomes our everyday reality. But if we don't start now, when should we? And for those of you who can't be at the IAA Mobility 2021 in Munich, just click in and explore the BMW iVision Circular virtually at joytopia.com.